Hello, welcome to Recursive Gaming. This is another episode of my Hardcore Mechwarrior challenge, and in this episode I'm going to be creating a custom paint job for my mechs, and as part of that I want to involve you guys as the viewers. If any of you have a paint job that you like or a custom paint job that you like, just let me know, and I would be happy to use it for my mechs. So let's use this, because I'm going to be piloting this for now. And paint mech, here we go. So yeah, if you guys have any opinions or anything that you really want, put it in the comments and I'll use a custom paint job that you suggest. So in my previous playthrough, I believe I used, what was it? I actually can't remember. I think it may have been, if not Buccaneer, it was the one with the skeleton as the outline. Can't remember which one that is. Is that Franken? Yeah, I used Franken but with the custom design for the colors. It was really cool. It was a bright green, like a neon green for the skeleton with a dark blue for the rest of it. And the green skeleton really stood out. It was really cool looking. But we're going to do something different this time. Something unique. None of those are just good enough. And Hot Rod is just, it could have been better done, honestly. Could have been better done. That's just sort of meh. Fractals, not bad, actually. Digital I like, actually. I do like digital. I was in the military, though, so I might be partial to it. Reminds me of the uniform. I miss being in the military, by the way. I wanted to retire from the military, but medical issues. But I loved it while I was in. The military's great. This might be good. This actually isn't half bad. Yeah, okay, so let's try Crusader. What color for the cross? That's not a dark enough black. I'd rather go full black if I'm going to go black. It's just more noticeable. Okay. That works. That works for me. This, if I'm going to go white, I'd rather go full white. That needs to stand out more as well. But I'm not sure I actually want white. So, do I want... I did green and blue. How about purple? And purple and red don't go together. Purple and blue do go together. Purple and neon, or whatever that is. Can't remember the name. That actually does kind of work. Might be better the opposite way, though. If this is that, and this is that, not terrible, actually. I kind of like it. But I do like it better the other way. So like that. Okay. So I don't know what we're going to call it. Okay. Let's see what it looks like on all my mechs. Alright, sorry for the delay, had to sneeze. I wish it was a little better on all the mechs. That's pretty cool. That's not bad. You know, we'll have to see what it looks like on the field. I have a feeling you guys are going to have something better in mind. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's in the comments and using that. That ought to be pretty cool. So, but this is what it is for now. Let's see what contracts we have. Nothing right here. So, but we did a difficulty 21 or something, higher difficulty mission, and we didn't do too bad. Let's do a Warzone contract. We'll do that. It's because it's for Davian, and I'm trying to farm reputation with Davian. I'm actually not sure. Well, I do know why. Because the higher your reputation is, the more salvage shares you get. So it's easier for me to get salvage. But typically, one of the reasons you want to get reputation is to make it cheaper to shop in the best marketplaces, and Davian has the best marketplaces. So, which later becomes the Federated Commonwealth. Here we go. And that's not nearly as many salvage shares as I thought it was going to be. But I'm happy to have it. Alright, so we're pretty close to max tonnage. We're getting very close. Yeah, it's coming together, guys. I meant to change this mech. Let me go ahead and change that mech. So, I decided we were better off with a little more range and one less heat sink, because we're using the chem laser, which does not push a lot of heat, so we shouldn't need too much heat management. We should be fine without it. So we're going to do that. A little less cooling efficiency, and it's the range that I'm looking for. The short lasers really have such a long short range that I do want those medium lasers on that mech. Alright, here we go. Let's tear some people apart with medium lasers, because that's the only weapons we've got on the mech we're piloting. That being said, we've got 8 medium lasers, so what's 8 times 5? Right, that's 40. It's 2 autocannon 20s, 4 autocannon 10s. It's a lot of damage, guys. It's the same as 4 PPCs. I mean, DPS wise, these 8 medium lasers, it's a lot of firepower to bring on a medium mech. This mech is a good mech. Gets a little better as the tier goes up, right? So tier 5 or even tier 4 medium lasers are going to perform a lot better than what I've got, but alright, he's damaged. Alright, here we go. Where is he? Take him out, boys. Got him. Look at our beautiful mechs running around with our paint job. Looking snazzy. Actually, that looks cool on the Jenner. That looks pretty awesome. Very custom. Definitely not going to confuse me with anyone else on the battlefield. So, I gotta go to the checkpoint. I didn't realize that it didn't think I was helping until I got close enough.
Commander, you've got the Ops Force's attention. They are converging on your position. Brace for hostile contact.
So shout out to people in the comments. You guys have been great. The feedback has been wonderful. It's really been motivating me to do more in this series. In fact, it's been motivating me to do more content for this game, period. So when they do finally come out with a mod that has clan tech or something close to it, like maybe the pirate tech mod, when that's fully finished, I'll do a run through with some mod that completely changes the game. There's also a mod called Merc Tech that isn't finished, but games that would completely revolutionize or mods that would completely revolutionize this game would be great for another playthrough. Also, I do intend to play through the campaign missions, like the actual campaign that people will play, not just career mode. So I do think there's value in doing a new player friendly, how to play the game campaign playthrough, right? So that way people who are starting the game will see me do campaign missions and get an idea of, oh, I failed that campaign mission. Maybe if I do it like this, it'll go better, you know. So a lot of the new players are going to be playing the campaign and not the career mode. So it might actually be better for new players to see a campaign mode playthrough. Okay. That being said, I do think there's a lot of the same concepts and just little tips that are going to be contained in a career mode playthrough, which is why I thought this was going to be valuable for new players. It's a lot of firepower. It's not as flashy as autocannons, but it's deadly. Don't underestimate medium lasers. And that's why you take out tanks and helicopters, right? So you're like, oh, but they're not carrying as much firepower as mechs. And that might be true, except for like the heavy tanks, like the partisans and whatnot, and the destroyers. But when you've got 5 tanks on the field and they've all got a medium laser or 2 each, you add that up. That's a lot of firepower coming down. So if you can take out 10 medium lasers on the field by taking out some tanks with 1 shot each, or whatever, then you're actually taking a lot more firepower off the field that was going to be hurting you than if you had just destroyed 1 mech. So it really is the smartest thing to destroy all the flyers and tanks before you start tackling the mechs, you know, if they're close enough. That is a tip that's going to help you whether you're in campaign mode or career mode or anything else. It's 700 meters away. That is the downside of this build, is I don't have any long-range weaponry, so I can't shoot at something that far away. My maximum range, I believe, is at about 480, maybe 450? Yeah, about 440, actually. 440, I think, is my max range. But I'll do a severely reduced damage at that range. So instead of 30 damage with my 6 medium lasers from my torso, that big cannon box, I'll only be doing like maybe half that. So 15 damage maybe. Yeah, so I have to just run at this guy until I get in range to shoot.
Your objective is complete, Commander. When you're ready to leave the fray, hop aboard the ship and we'll get you out of there.
We didn't really go up against any difficult mechs at all. No medium mechs. Additional C bills. I've taken hardly any damage. I'm tempted to see if we can get some salvage if we get a decent mech to drop. I think I want to stick around and see what else drops before we head out. If there's a nice mech that comes in, then it might be worth taking out to try and get salvage. Alright, where's the mechs? Yeah, they're taking way too long. I don't even see any enemy dropships coming in. Looks like this mission just doesn't have the difficulty level that we need. We need to go to a new zone, finally increase the difficulty level. I mean, we are at almost max tonnage for this mission, so it might be time to finally up the difficulty, guys. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, it's such an easy mission.
Stand by for pickup. Additional tangos en route to
Finally.
position, Commander.
That's a light mech. 2 light mechs. Nothing special. I don't really need more light mechs. Unless it's like a fire starter. At this point I need to start getting medium mechs. Yeah, so I'm not even going to bother picking that up. I'll just take all the weapons. Okay. Let's repair. And then move on to somewhere more difficult. This is supposed to be 3 to 5. This is 1 to 2. 3 to 6. 7 to 10. This is going to be the next difficulty area, but 4 to 6. Okay, so 3 to 6, 4 to 6, 7 to 10. Let's head to this high reward quest and then go down here. And if once these start getting too easy, we move up to here. And that'll be the progression for now. So here, we're going to travel down here. We don't need to stop at any marketplaces. I can't shop at the marketplaces for mechs or components. I'm pretty good on ammo. The last time I was at a marketplace, I bought all the ammo they had. And also got all the mechwarriors they had in the barracks, so I've got extra mechwarriors. So I don't need to be visiting marketplaces anytime soon. Unless I start going to difficult missions and losing mechwarriors left and right. But, alright. Coalition of the Farmers, or raid the civilian planets for supplies. Defend the installations from raiders. I'd rather help out the farmers, if I'm honest. Alright, so difficulty 22, defense mission? Sure. I'm not expecting it to have great salvage, but it might. Also, it might lead to missions that have better salvage as well.
Conditions in the area will restrict visibility.
All I really need is 1 or 2 medium mechs to take out that are a good variant that I can get as salvage. That's all I need to start continue moving on to the next difficulty of missions.
All right, we're going to get to the agricultural complex and
Okay.
hold off the vandals until their forces deplete. I know it doesn't look like we'll be protecting much, but this is all these farmers have. Now fan out and take defensive positions. Prepare for incoming hostiles.
I shot that to make sure there was no gas or oil in it. Sometimes if you run over pipes they explode and they damage your mech.
VTOL on approach.
But I can run over it now and I know it's safe. That's why I shot it.
Contact. Enemy.
I knew this guy was coming because I saw it on the minimap. So watching the minimap is really going to be a skill that you just learn over time. It just becomes a habit. If I leave this guy alone, he'll sit back up here at this side of the base and then just start destroying the base, and there's going to be nobody to shoot him down for a long time until we go find him. So I'll let the other enemies come to me, that big group, while I take this guy out, and then I'll head back in their direction. They were around the mountainside anyways. They're just now getting close enough. Okay. So now, here they come. We got a javelin, don't need it. Spider, don't need it. That was fast. He didn't last long. I think the spider is stuck. Problems with the AI now, especially the AI with jump jets. Sometimes they get stuck in this like jumping loop where it's just jumping around a lot, never joins the battle. There's a mod that fixes it. Alright. 4 of 19. It's going to be a long mission. Hopefully we get some medium mechs to drop. I believe I got this hunchback from an assassination mission. If you're looking for good mechs to salvage, assassination missions, or bounties missions, where you're tracking down bounties, those are the best missions to get good mechs, because the assassination targets that you're going to go looking for are typically piloting good mechs.
That must be one of the tanks we're contracted for. Enemy contact. Guns up. Tango down.
Alright, nice. Good shooting. Good job, team. I'm glad I put those medium lasers on the Phoenix Hawk. I'm sure it helped just now. The small lasers wouldn't have reached up to those helicopters. But this is a problem. Lots of enemy vehicles, and they're all kind of stuck on the rocks. Like this guy. He's got a lot of SRM tins. You see how many SRM tins he had? If you get hit by this tank with all those SRMs, you will die in one salvo. This tank is probably... Look at all those SRMs. If he hits, he would have... If he had hit with all those shots, would have taken the Phoenix Hawk out of the fight immediately. Just boom, dead. So some tanks can be so deadly and take you by complete surprise. Do not underestimate tanks and helicopters. Especially the VTOLs, the big helicopters that come in. The hovercraft looking things with the blades on the arms or whatever. Those are extremely deadly. Those can actually have heavy firepower. Not just, you know, SRMs and LRMs with medium lasers, but like actual autocannons and like and PPCs, like they can mess you up.
The supply depot has been destroyed.
Assassin.
My teammate is, or my teams, they're lagging behind.
We've got an incoming enemy mech.
Splashing damage all over the place. Oh wow, look at that, it's a mech. Oh wow, I'm not sure I was supposed to find these. They're hiding that. They have mechs in here, guys. Those sneaky farmers. They're not just farmers. They're liars. We're not protecting a farm, we're protecting a bunch of mechs. Look at this. I've played this mission a bunch of times. This high reward quest is there every single time you do a playthrough. I have never before noticed that they're hiding mechs in these containers. Never seen that before. That's crazy. Now, they're kind of just props. You can just run right through and they completely shred. But why even put those models there if it didn't mean something? I don't think it's just a farm. I think they're hiding mechs for some reason. So maybe the pirates that are supposed to be the bad guys aren't as bad as they seem. Or the farmers that are supposed to be innocent aren't as innocent as they seem.
Target acquired.
Look at all that firepower, guys. I can't fit that much firepower on a single mech. You see all those AC2s? Look at that. So dangerous.
Our provisions warehouse has been destroyed.
What if those are the equivalent of tractors, though?
Looks like you've got their attention.
Like, what if those mechs over there, because they were orange and so easily destroyed, what if they're the equivalent of tractors, and you use those mechs to, like, grow and do all this stuff? What if they're just big tractors, and we just destroyed a bunch of their tractors? And here I am judging them, saying they're not innocent, when they're just tractors, man. I don't know. I'm a writer, so I try to dig into the narrative quite a bit. A lot more, probably, than was intended by the developers. I'm sure the developers didn't put that much thought into the assets that they loaded into this map. I'm pretty sure it has no relation to the story, but to me, the story is so important. Like, I really try to appreciate the narrative in every game I play. It's one of the most important parts of the game for me. The whole reason I got into gaming as a kid was because they were books that I can play. Like, I grew up reading lots and lots and lots of books. And I got into gaming because I was into Final Fantasy a lot and RPGs, the old school RPGs. So they were books that I could play. Interactive stories. It was just the best thing ever. So. Shred him. Get him. That assassin is doing some work. Alright, finally got him. I had to zoom in. Nice. I saw a red flash for a second. Where's the other mech? I'll head him off this way. You go around, I'll go around this way.
This location wasn't built to withstand military-grade weapon fire. We need to pull them away from the buildings.
Funny how it doesn't matter how much I protect the base, I won't get a better score. Like, normally there's a keep a base above 60% or 40% for additional C-bills. For this, if it goes down to 0, you lose. But you could leave 1% of the base standing and still get your full C-bill payment. Which doesn't make sense, but... So I'm out of range, so I can't shoot yet. I gotta wait. Now I'm within range, but I'm gonna do reduced damage. And watching my weapons to see when they're ready to fire again. Trying to land as many shots close to the center torso as I can.
Good job, Commander. It feels nice to stand up for the little guy.
That was such an easy mission, and we did not see any really good mechs. It's a high reward quest. It's supposed to be more difficult. So I'm having a hard time starting this stream for Final Fantasy XIV. There's so much to consider. There's so many options, so many different, softwares. That's not terrible, but it's also not great. I'll just go for weapons again. Okay. But yeah, there's so many different pieces of software to consider. Alright. Here's part 2 for the farmers. Difficulty 26, and it's an assassination contract. Excellent. So part 2 turns out it might be worth... That previous mission was not worth doing, but part 2 might be worth it. But yeah, I was looking at all the different softwares to use for streaming and video editing, and just how to get it all set up. I finally decided to use Streamlabs OBS. Alright, sorry, had a coughing fit. Alright, let's do it. Assassination mission. Excellent, and lots of salvage shares. This is a good mission. We might just get a new medium mech here. Please. That would be great. We're going into a blizzard, so hopefully visibility isn't too bad. I gotta get close to stuff to hit it anyways, but... So, just so many options, and I chose Streamlabs OBS, and just kind of overwhelming. All the things you have to consider and set up. You can't just like turn it on and run it. I mean, you could, but the quality of it wouldn't be the best. And I don't want to just stream. Like, I want to create edited videos of my playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. I want to capture the story. Like, my goal is to title the edited videos "A Writer Plays Final Fantasy XIV." I haven't seen anything like that from any other streamers or, you know, YouTubers. Haven't seen any writers playing. I've seen musicians critiquing the music for Final Fantasy XIV, which is like crazy good. The music in the Final Fantasy games has always been good, but in Final Fantasy XIV they have outdone themselves. They have put in a lot of effort into doing good music, and the quality is just off the charts. So I love watching the analysis of the music in the Final Fantasy XIV, so that's pretty cool. And I've seen lots of gameplay videos appreciating it, right? But I haven't seen a review from a writer's perspective of the story. Someone who has done research and taken classes and is trying to craft his own stories, right? Appreciating the narrative, or like, oh, they use this trick with this character here to make you feel this emotion, or, you know, that kind of thing. I'm not sure if it would be appreciated or liked, and I think I'd have to present it in just the right way, because I don't want to really critique it. I don't want to say, oh, it would be better if they did it like this or anything like that. My goal would just be to appreciate it and be like, that is so cool how they did that. And just really show how much I love the story and appreciate it, and give people new perspective on why they may have crafted the story the way they did. That is, I believe, yes, a missile hunchback. I would love to have that. Please give it to me. I build it as a brawler, typically. But given my lack of long-range weapons in my squad... Sorry, I've been coughing a lot. My throat itches. Talking too much. This is going to be a very difficult mission, I can tell already. They've got a firing line set up. I'm trying to avoid some of the damage. Take out the smaller guys, while my AI takes some of the heat.
If you find the acquisition, just walk up to it in order to pick it up.
Okay. Okay, so the Jenner is taking lots of heat. Time for me to step in. Try to waste this guy. Alright, so they're all focused on the Jenner. Ruining his day. His weapons are all yellow. Like, he's almost down. Alright, finally to come out. I'm gonna trying to place my shots carefully on this guy. Unless he gets hit by a tank. See, I'm trying to hit that center torso right there. Got him. Alright, hopefully we get him a salvage. That would be great.
I think the farmers in this region will be able to breathe a little easier today.
My Jenner got lit up.
Commander, let's get you out of here now.
Alright, turn and face me. Got it. I didn't want to shoot him in the back because I had already done a lot of work on the front armor and the center torso. I just wanted to continue shooting the same spot where I had already taken a lot of the armor off. Ah, he was outside of my maximum range. Alright, that works.
Kill, Commander. It's going quick.
That was my Jenner. Ooh. He'd been shot in the back, that's what happened. He almost lost his arm. And his leg. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh good, they took out the tank. It looked like a dangerous tank. So I gotta make sure that I do the review correctly, right? Just appreciate how good it is and not critique it and give my own spin, because it's not about how I would write the story. Like, I haven't written the story, obviously. It's about how they wrote the story and what they're trying to accomplish, and I'm just trying to appreciate it as an author, as a writer, understand the narrative and what they're trying to accomplish. Like, they're setting up this moment, or they're building towards this climax in the story. So I thought it might be interesting to present Final Fantasy XIV from a writer's point of view, and we did it, guys. We did it, we did it, we did it, we did it. We did it. We did it. Yes! This was so important. Getting this mech was so important for our playthrough. For increasing our difficulty level that we can do. That was huge. That was absolutely massive. So good that we got that mech. That was totally worth it. What a good episode today. Excellent. So good. Alright, so I don't care about you. Get rid of you. I'm not even thinking I want to keep you. If I'm honest, I don't like your design. It's terrible. I don't like it. I think I'll get rid of you too. Let's build the Hunchback after we repair the rest of our mechs. Oops. There was something on him I needed to... yeah, I needed to give him a new medium laser in his arm. So I'll have to do that after it's done. Oops. Wait. Yep, he's missing the medium laser short burst. I don't think I have a replacement for that, so I gotta take this one out and give him just 2 regular medium lasers. Oops. There we go. Okay, so now let's do work on this. This is actually not a terrible build. As it is. I'd rather do that. And I'd rather have Artemis. You know that I'd rather have Artemis if you've watched any of my other playthroughs. But, and the reason I'm considering doing this is because we are severely lacking long-range damage in our limits. Severely lacking it. We have nothing but medium-range, short-range mechs. So, being able to do something at longer range is pretty important. So I would pilot this and make sure to stay outside of minimum range to keep, using the LRMs. The AI does not do a good job, sadly, of staying outside minimum range. Okay. I want to reduce the armor. We're pretty much maxed on armor. It looks good. We're just... not sure it's worth. Well, it's fine. So I want to give ourselves another ton to work with. There we go. For another ton of LRM ammo. It just has to make sense for me. Okay. So at 20 LRMs a pop, because I'm going to shoot them together. Well, 10 into it's 44 rounds per, so 44 for each, plus 22 each, 66. So I'm running with 66 total shots if I fire them together. 66. That should be enough. That should be enough. And with all these medium lasers, I've got plenty of firepower to back it up. And it's not the most cooling efficient mech, but it should do the job just fine. Do I have any higher tier medium lasers? Just the one here. Nothing else. Okay. So it looks like this is the build. Alright. Excellent. Excellent. That is so good. Let's look for more difficult missions. This is difficulty, hold on, 3 to 6, 4 to 6, 5 to 8, 7 to 10. Let's go over here to 5 to 8. Yeah. We're ready. We're ready for the next difficulty, I think. Let's do these assassination contracts first, though. Get maybe another medium mech or two. There's 2 of them up here, and they're both for Davian, so that's perfect. We'll have to see if the salvage rights are okay, if we'll actually have enough salvage shares to get a medium mech, and if not, then we'll just have to move on to the next difficulty. So please, let me know what you think. If you think it would be interesting to see a writer's view of the story in Final Fantasy XIV. They're same salvage shares on both, so let's do both of these assassination missions. Get ourselves a nice medium mech or two to round out our lance before we finally go to the next difficulty. But we'll start with the lower difficulty one first. Okay, so I'm going to be piloting... Oops, hold on. Is there anyone still... Yes, this is the one. Right? Oh no, it's still being repaired. This guy. He's missing a medium laser. That's what I need to do. Where's it? There it is. Okay. Back to the mission. Now, switch to the LRMs. Give you, as my next best pilot, the Hunchback. And then you can have the Firestarter, and you can have the Phoenix Hawk. Or should it be the other way around? Yeah. You should have the Phoenix Hawk. Where is it? Where is it? Because of his higher energy weapon skill, he'll do more damage as a primarily energy-based build. Also, he's got the large chem laser. I want him hitting with that more often. This one has quite a few lasers, but I really want that large chem laser at the extended range to be doing damage. It helps to take out flyers. It helps to take out tanks long range. So that helps quite a bit. This is great. This is a good lance. We're come to the point where we're getting to the mid game with a full medium lance. We might be able to start doing heavy mech missions.
This group is
Oh, forgot to paint the new mech. Figures.
With making sure that we find them and put them in the ground. Good hunting,
Alright,
everyone.
well, I'll paint it after this mission before we do the next one. So as I was saying, yeah, please let me know about Final Fantasy XIV from a writer's perspective, what you think of that. In the meantime, I'll continue this playthrough until I hear otherwise, or until people stop being interested. It looks like this is one of my more popular playthroughs in the series right now. People seem to like this game and are interested in this game, so I'll keep uploading these videos. I just realized I have to update my... Alright. There we go. Oh, okay, we're almost overheated already. We gotta be careful. I need to adjust my, whatchamacallit, weapon groups. Where are we going? Let's go up this way first. And I'll work on my weapon groups real quick. Those can stay together. That works. I can't set to chain fire, I don't think. Oh wait. Yes. I forgot that this was here. I totally forgot this was here. This makes it so much easier. I want the arms to be separate, so that way I can unlock my arms from my torso and then shoot flyers that are above my head that I can't see otherwise. So I need those arms separated as a different weapon group. These I want to be chain fire. These are my main ones on my torso. And the LRMs I also want to chain fire. Hopefully that will help with the heat, because I overheated after just a couple of salvos. So I don't want to be doing that. I mentioned in a previous episode how I saw a YouTube video from somebody playing this game testing ghost heat, and that they did find ghost heat is a thing. And so now that I know ghost heat is something to worry about, it's a good idea to chain fire weapons instead of firing them all at once, just to avoid ghost heat. Random turret surrounded by rocks. Like, what's he gonna shoot at? I am actually in the lava. It's really hot, but other than that, it's not damaging my armor at all. That's incredible technology. I'm making fun of the lore in the game, I guess. Or just how illogical the game can be sometimes. Whoa, okay, so I came up on a patrol out of nowhere, and I can't even shoot my weapons at that one guy. So I need to back away. Okay. Alright. He's too close to shoot anything but my medium lasers. But I need to cool down. Yeah, I'm running way hot. Okay, lost sight of him. That was a waste of heat. Yeah, I know my heat is critical, trust me. Yeah, I hit 99 heat just now. I was so close to overheating, that was crazy. Alright, so I gotta cool off. I'm gonna try and get some distance so I can shoot my LRMs. The AI would not be doing this right now. So this is one reason why it's good to pilot the LRMs yourself, instead of letting the AI do it. I can fire over my teammates right now, which is another reason why... Nice. Another reason why the LRMs are good. Okay. Good jump, and then good shot. Right in the back. Let's try to put some work into that center torso. Just like that. Alright, guys.
I'm getting 0 reactor signature from the targets. Looks like we got them all.
Excellent, let's get out of here.
That bounty is ours. Fahad will break break open a case of Timbicky Dork when you get back to the ship safely.
Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Excellent. Oh, finally did it. Oh man, I was so careful the whole fight. Finally shut myself down. Alright. We avoided taking a lot of damage on our mechs. We destroyed the enemy lance pretty well. Alright, let's look at the damage meters for the rest of the team. I want to see how the AI did. Sometimes watching the damage meters at the end of the mission gives you a good idea of the effectiveness of the builds that you've chosen for your mechs and how well your AI is making use of the builds. So when you adjust a build on a mech to make it something you think might be better, but then your AI does much worse with it, you're like, well, maybe it would be better for me, but for the AI it just doesn't work. This is a medium mech, but not sure I like the... I'm not sure I like it. It's just got 2 weapons. Now, if I put an SRM on it, it might be decent for the AI. It's got some more armor, but I'd be tempted to get this instead, simply because it's just a really good mech for 35 tons. It doesn't get much better. It's not very cooling efficient. It's only 1.2. But I don't really need another fire starter. I don't. So let's take the Griffin and see what we can do with it. See if we can make it decent. Here we go. The Phoenix Hawk, I think, is getting all the damage from that large chem laser, hitting stuff out at range. Makes his numbers go up. He's not really doing a whole lot more damage because he doesn't have a whole lot more weapons than the other mechs, especially this guy. He's hitting stuff farther out. So the random stuff that we see, the little turrets and tanks and helicopters, the damage adds up. And he's doing that damage to those things. But in the fight with the mechs, when we were, really close and doing lots of damage to the mechs, this guy did more. But it's just, on your way to the fight, all the little stuff, this guy with that extra range is doing quite a bit. Okay. So, before I forget, I want to paint. So we're going to go to the paint, apply all. Okay, so now my new mech is painted. Here we go. I had to go to a different mech to paint this mech because I had to go to this paint job we already had, and then you apply all or paint all to apply it to this new mech. So I didn't have to redo all the colors and everything. Okay, so let's repair. And then build this mech and see how bad or good it is. Move those over. We're going to take that off and give it an SRM instead. It's got long range with the PPC. I want it to have something to use that's going to do decent damage in the middle range, right? I also want it to have a shorter cycle time so it can have more DPS as well as fit more heat sinks to make it more heat efficient. Okay, so we can put a tier 2 PVC on it and tier 1 SRM6. It's the best we got. And then we do that. You know, guys, I skipped step 1. Please forgive me. I know I'm setting a bad example. Step 1 is to max the armor. Okay. Now we are slightly over. There we go. So 6 shots at a time into 320. 6 into 10 is 60, so that's, oh, it's like 33 shots, I believe. So a little over 60 shots, 66 shots for 2 tons of ammo. So rather than give him another half a ton of ammo, which I don't think he'll need, I'm debating just maxing the armor on the legs and the head. Let's go ahead and just give him another half ton of ammo. Let's do it. Let's mix it up just in case he loses the torso. Alright, so single heatsink. Alright, so this is the build. He's got a PPC and an SRM6, plenty of ammo, and he's more cooling efficient than before with more armor as well. Not bad. Not bad. Also not great at, what is this tonnage? At 55 tons. He's got 5 more tons, guys. This thing is 5 tons heavier than my Hunchback. But look at the difference in the weaponry and the cooling efficiency. Like, it's just bizarre how good the Hunchback is compared to all the other medium mechs. This mech sucks, honestly. I'd rather almost have any other medium mech, but it's got so much more armor, it doesn't make sense to take a light mech that can die easier when I could take this thing into the field and it can soak up the damage. So, as bad a variant as it is, I'd still rather have it over a light mech. This commando, for instance, will die in 3 hits, and this guy will die in 6. You know, obviously, it's not true. I'm just giving you an estimate. So, we're here. Let's go ahead and do this contract. The assassination. Full salvage. Lots of salvage this time around. Excellent. Let's see how difficult it really is, right? Alright, so we got the LRM build. He's got the medium laser build. He's got the Phoenix Hawk. To be honest, the Firestarter has so much more damage. Just so much more damage than the other Griffin. But there is a big difference in armor. It's 303 armor, or 304, as opposed to about 224. So about 100 more armor. That's pretty massive. It only runs it a little bit slower. Just 16 kph slower. And it has more range, right? The Firestarter's longest range weapons are the medium lasers, whereas this thing has a PPC. So it also is a good idea to take the PPC. We are maxed on tonnage now. So we have arrived at the best mech lance that we can run for this difficulty mission. We have done it. Excellent.
Nothing but problems. We have been hired as a solution. Find them and put them down for good. We'll be on standby to evacuate once the job is done.
I gotta answer the phone. 1 second here. Alright. Let's do this mission. Wonder what we're gonna go against this mission.
Target destroyed.
I'm not seeing our targets at this location. Make way for the next outpost.
Ooh.
We might have more luck there.
Okay, I'm gonna try and back up. There we go. There we go, finally. Finally got it. My Griffin took some heat. It's, him? Yeah. Alright. Irby. Alright. Raining down death. Running an LRM build is suboptimal, especially without Artemis in stream, because as you'll see, the LRMs just splash all around the target. Most of them don't even hit the target. But it's just very satisfying. It really is fun. This is the first time I've ever seen two salvage right next to each other like this.
Excellent find, Commander. Beginning
I'll
recovery
take it.
now.
I'm happy to have it. Okay. Well, there's only 2 spots to check, so we know our target's going to be down there. Where else could they be? Fine. I brought extra ammo for a reason, right? Might as well use it. And we're on a cool map, so it's not like we're going to overheat. There they are. I'm guessing Centurion, Griffin. Yeah, Centurion, Griffin, and I'm not sure what else. Shadowhawk, that's what it is.
Target acquired.
Wolverine, actually. I'd love to have a Wolverine. That looks nice. Okay. We got a Shadowhawk, Wolverine.
Watch yourself.
Target
He's the
acquired.
target. Okay, fine, I'll shoot you. We got an Irby. Good, he can't move out from behind the walls. I'll just shoot at him until he dies. See how many LRMs are splashing around it, not even hitting the target? Yeah, I can't see it now. He went behind the wall. Guess he's not dumb after all. He's almost down. Taking it like a champ. But that's kind of what Irbies do. Okay. He's down a structure.
Target acquired.
Alright, time to use my medium lasers. Let's get a little closer. Yeah, PPC hit. Alright. Somebody's behind us. Alright. Fine. I guess we'll do this the hard way. Heat critical. Alright. Let's This guy's taking a beating. But he's also giving a beating to my hunchback. Alright, finally took him out. I will say, there's a significant downside to using LRMs. And SRMs actually, but mostly LRMs. I shred the targets. Less likely to get good salvage because I'm just destroying so many components. So that is the downside of using LRMs. My hunchback is taking a lot of damage. Where is he? There he is. Oh, all he's lost is an arm though. Oh, he got shot in the back. You can see his back armor is down to structure. He's been hurt pretty bad. I'm doing this, even though we don't need to, for the salvage. Like I said, as the LRMs, we're shredding everything, so I'm not sure what we're going to get at the end of the mission of salvage. I just want to make sure I kill everything I can, so we get something. Alright, they got him. Time to bug out, guys. Let's get out of here. What is the Griffin? Is the Griffin lost my... No, he hasn't. Good. I thought he might have lost my tier 2 PPC I put in his arm.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Vehicle rolling in. Be sure to take it apart.
We did it, guys. That was a difficult mission, actually. We took some damage to our teammates. Let's see what we got as salvage. I'm betting not as much as we want, because of how badly I just destroy everything with the LRMs. Okay. Good, we got a light rifle. That's actually really good. Oh wow, we got the Wolverine. Can I get it? Yes. Oh my god, look. Excellent. Really good. And the Shadowhawk, but we can't get the Shadowhawk. That's okay, I'm not a fan of the Shadowhawk. But I'll absolutely take that Wolverine. Beautiful. Awesome. Very good. Let's take that AC-10, AC-10 burst fire, 2 LRM-10. Tier 2s, I don't need the burst fire actually, we'll take these instead. What else? What else? Okay, that'll do. We got another good mech, guys. We did it. Okay, so what a great end to this episode. Let's make sure we paint the new mech. Repair everybody. And build this mech. And after we build this mech, that'll be the end of this episode. Unfortunately, it's got a lot of firepower in the arms. But, that being said, it's okay. Okay, so what are we going to put on this guy? Let's look at the missiles. Do I have any other tier 1 SRM-6s? Yes. We can increase the tier of the weapon. We need a ton of SRM ammo at least. Okay, for lasers, I want them to be a little more cooling efficient. So do that. Tier 1 large laser. You know what? We're actually trying to be more cooling efficient, right? Oh, guys, please forgive me. I did not check the armor first. What do you know? It is bonkers. That's just crazy. We don't need that much. Alright. So, we're going to adjust the armor. We're going to take these legs down to give us another ton to work with for heat sinks and whatnot. Okay. Like so. Okay. Okay, so 1.5. We've got the large laser. We've got the 2 medium kin lasers. Problem is, I don't know how many rounds. It doesn't tell you how many rounds this uses of ammo. Right? I don't think it's per shot. What if it is per shot? If it is per shot, then that's a lot of ammo. One piece of ammo will go for 115 shots for a medium laser. That's really good. Nah, it's not worth it. Okay. I'm debating putting a PPC in because I hate using having unused slots, but I don't want to add a small laser. Just add a small laser. But it looks like this might be the build. Yeah, let's do this. We won't use the small energy slot. $33 shots of SRM6 ammo should be plenty. He won't be, as the AI, he won't be taking full advantage of the cycle time of the weapons. Okay, so this is the build, 1.6 cooling, 352 armor, good firepower, excellent, very, very good. Alright, so that's a solid medium mech. Not as good as the Hunchback, but a lot better than the Griffin by a lot. I sound ridiculous. A lot better than the Griffin by a lot. Still getting used to thinking, playing, talking, and everything else at the same time. It's like rapping. You have to kind of think and do it at the same time. I'm not a good rapper, just in case you were wondering. I'm a terrible rapper. Let's put the javelin away. We don't need that anymore. We'll keep these mechs. I'll probably never use this commando again, but for some reason I'm holding on to it for nostalgia's sake. It's got the supercharger. It's so fast. It was just a great little mech. But yeah, probably never going to use it. Alright, so I think that'll do it for this episode. We've got a full medium lance now. We've got some really good mech variants that we're taking into battle. We can start to do the heavy mech missions, I believe, the higher difficulty, and then the next episode trying to get some heavy mechs. Once we've got a heavy mech lance, then we step it up again, we get some assault mechs, and then that's where we're going to end it, because we will be at the end game with a full assault lance. And we only used salvage. We never purchased anything in the marketplace. And proving that it is possible to do this game with severe restrictions. And I hope you all enjoyed this playthrough. I'll see you guys in the next episode.